You follow the politics very closely. Both of you do.
Yeah, we do.
You're not happy with the direction of the country.
Oh, heck no. You know, it's really, you know, I feel like I'm in a nightmare, and I can't wake up, John. And I really don't, you know, I wish I knew what to do. You know, the thing is, I have solutions, but, you know. Why
don't you run? No, there's a solution. Why wouldn't you? Chuck Norris could be governor of Texas one day.
You know why? Because I'd be sitting here with my opponent and debating, and then he would start attacking my character, and I'd jump over there and choke him unconscious.
You have more control than that.
No, I don't.
He probably would. He probably get a lot more votes.
That's the problem. You know, I have a thin skin, and it was really tough in the film world. You know, and believe me, in the political world, I'd be killing half the people.
Would you want him to? If he just came to you and said, "Honey, I think I'm going to run for the U.S. Senate."
Right.
Would you do it? Would you want him to do it?
I would support whatever decision he makes.
Yeah.
But I think we can get more done where we are now. But if he made that decision, I certainly would support you.
The thing is, with you know, with all the senators, you can't get anything done. You know, it's
no, you
right
can't.
and left.
I disagree with you. You can.
Well, what I do, I'd have to choke out all the Democrats. You know?
No, that's a good start. You know, what do you call a lawyer at the bottom of the ocean? Right?
That's kind of my saying. You know, there's one of the facts there that says America's not a democracy; it's a Chuck-tatorship.
I like a Chuck-tatorship.
Yeah, and if it was, I said I would go to Congress. I'd line up every member of Congress, and I'd have Ron Paul, who I believe is probably the more honest ones there. I say, Ron, point out the honest.
I like Ron Paul. He's nuts.
Yeah, I know. That's why I like him.
All right. Well, there you go.
He's nuts, but anyway, I'd chalk out every dishonest politician that's up there.
But are you of the philosophy, and I'll ask both of you, you don't think there's a dime's worth of difference between the two parties? You sort of make the case that there's too much Republican-Democrat.
I tell you, I'm very disappointed because we had a Republican majority in Congress, and they blew it. And we had George W. Bush, and they could have made a strong, positive difference in our country.
You see, I think Republicans lost their way, but now I see very, very bold differences on the omnibus spending bill, on the stimulus bill, on health care, on cap and tax.
Oh, yeah.
It seems like they're
waking up. It seems that they're waking up and they're being accountable, which was the problem before. We couldn't differentiate anybody one from the other anymore.
They weren't trying to change our country from what it was. I mean, like the party now is trying to do.
Radical.
Do you want, because Ron Paul's a libertarian. Reagan said, and I'm a big Reagan supporter, and I consider myself a Reagan conservative. I'm not a Republican, although most people think I'm a Republican.
I'm a conservative.
I'm a conservative.
You too?
Yeah, absolutely.
I am too.
But Reagan said in '75, is it a third party we need or a revitalized second party? I'm of the school that we need to go back to our conservative roots and take back the Republican Party.
Go back to basics.
I totally agree.
Go back to basics.
Strong national defense, fiscal responsibility, energy independence, free market solutions.
Right.
Absolutely.
The problem is they were trying to come too much to the middle, but they need to go back to basics of the things that made them who they were to begin with.
Yeah, and they lost it.
And they lost it.
They got wrapped up in that Washington culture.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
And that's what happens. They get there and they get sucked right into that pit. It's like being in Hollywood. You know, you'd be a strong religious person, you come into Hollywood and you fall into that trap of fame and fortune, and then all of a sudden you drift away from your faith.
Go ahead.
No.
I was just going to say we're really disheartened that this new administration is not listening to the American people, the voice of the American people. They're stifling their voice, and that's not fair.
Hey, listen, they're declaring war against anybody that disagrees with them. But, you know,
we're here tonight to say that we disagree,